Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about how to make Huda Beauty foundation work for you. Now, ever since I did a review, the questions that have been pouring in is what should I go and buy? Should I pick up Fenty Beauty? Should I pick up Huda Beauty? I'm not very happy with my Fenty purchase. I'm not happy with my Huda purchase. So I thought of making a proper elaborate video because my last video was an in-depth review of the Huda Beauty foundation. Let me first tell you that with Huda Beauty, you cannot put like a big pump of it on your beauty blender or dense brush and cover the entire face. You have to take it step by step, and I'm talking about dot by dot where Huda Beauty foundation is concerned. Now, what I have noticed is this one works as an unbelievable concealer. So if you're not liking the Huda Beauty foundation, do yourself a favor. Do not reach out for any other concealer. Only conceal with this. This is not something that will be everyone's cup of tea, but if you know the way to maneuver around this foundation in particular, you are really going to love. And the combination of Fenty and Huda is absolutely deadly. One of the most deadliest combination of all the foundation that I've tried, and I have a whole separate video on my top foundation recommendation, and I have tried Huda with every foundation, and you know what, it works well, but the combination of these two is absolutely mind-blowing. So the first thing that you really need to do is take a proper primer that is really going to work for you. If you have extremely oily skin, please do not use this primer because it is very, very thick and heavy. It is like applying Pond's cream on your face. If you have really dry skin and you still want to make this foundation work, then I suggest you to please get the primer. The only thing I'm iffy about this primer is that it smells of oud. I love, that very strong Arabic scent, but this is a bit too much. It gives me a headache. I'm using the style Nanda Pore Silky Balm. This has got a bit of a silicone base, and I'm just going to apply that on my face. What I would do in general, if you want to make this long lasting, because both of the foundations are long lasting, but if you are staying in a very humid place and you want to make it even more sweat proof, then after your primer, run an ice cube. I have a whole video based on that. Applying ice cube before and after your foundation makes your makeup last for a very long time. But because of my experience with the Huda Beauty one, I noticed that when I did apply a lot of ice cube, because of how powdery it is, it started to split a little bit. So you take your Huda Beauty, okay, and all you need is a tiny little pump. This is how you work your Huda Beauty foundation. You have to go little by little and you have to build it up. This is a thick foundation and it's going to look a bit too much. So what I have been doing, this foundation, if you're not happy with it, this is only for the ones that are not happy with the foundation. Trust me when I tell you, this will make an unbelievable concealer. If it oxidizes to your skin tone, then it will just be your correct match. So I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to apply this. Can you see how thick and full coverage that is? So I'm just going to tap that. Okay, you can use a very thick, dense brush for this foundation. I think a dense brush really works amazing, or a damp beauty sponge. It just makes it look even more natural. Any other foundation brush just doesn't work with this foundation, you guys. So I also find that using my finger works beautifully. So once I tap into it and I get the coverage that I want, can you see how amazingly it just covers my scars? What I do is, again, I take a tiny pump, just the tiniest amount. I hope you can see how tiny that is. Okay, and I'm going to put that under my eye. This is going to last you for a lifetime almost because it's a foundation size. Okay, and I'm just going to put that here on my jawline. Also, if you want to color correct, then you can put like a little bit of an orange tone concealer, and over that you can put the Huda Beauty one. Now I'm just going to tap this gently under my eye. This is how I apply the concealer on my face with the Huda Beauty foundation. This is how I make it work. To set it, instead of an ice cube, I just take a compact powder. Alright, So this is what I do. I usually take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder, which is amazing in medium. But this is just my normal compact powder. This is Polvo Facial Compacto. This I got from Barcelona. And I am just going to set my face with this compact powder. Now this concealer is not going to budge at all. Over this, I will go with my foundation. Now the foundation is completely your choice. You can put any foundation. You can put a dewy foundation. You can put a matte foundation. The best thing what I noticed about Huda Beauty is because it just doesn't move. It immediately transfers into a powder format. It merges very well with a new foundation. So this is amazing as a base foundation for sure. Over this, to get that even a little more coverage, you can go with whatever foundation of your choice. Now with the Fenty Beauty, you need a nice dense brush, okay? Like I'm taking the NYX, this is number 22 brush, which you get for the NYX Total Drop foundation. It's going to take a couple of pumps of it, okay? And I'm going to build it up. And always pat your foundation this way. Can you see how nice my skin is looking? It's looking very natural. It's not looking cakey. Both the foundation doesn't have a tendency to make your skin look really cakey. It's worth the investment for its concealing properties. Again, on top of that, I'm just going to put a compact powder. You can set your face with whatever powder of your choice, banana powder, or you can brightening powder, or just a translucent powder, whatever. And this is it. This is the base. This is my skin with the Huda Beauty foundation as a concealer. This is an everyday eye makeup for me. A little bit of kajal, a lot of mascara. Just on the inner corner of my eyes, I added a pop of color. And on my lips, I have Lolita 2 from Kat Von D. So can you see my skin right now? Now that it is completely settled, it's not something that's going to really dry out your skin. So if you have both the foundation, the way to make Huda Beauty foundation work for you is just to make sure that you have a wonderful primer. If you have an oily skin, go for a silicone based primer. Do not touch the Huda Beauty primer. If you have sensitive skin, leave the primer alone because it has a lot of fragrance infused in it. The second is use Huda Beauty foundation as a concealer. Conceal places that you really need to using your finger, which works even more beautifully than a beauty blender or a very dense brush. And on top of that, use any foundation. After you set with the setting powder, use any foundation of your choice. But if you have Fenty Beauty, then just combine the two and you will see that you have a foundation that is mind-blowing. You guys have been noticing that on my Insta stories. You're like, oh my god, your skin looks flawless. Guys, my skin is not flawless, okay? It is because of the foundation, the combination of two, and it just works. So I hope you really like this video. Do not forget to follow me here. Do hit that like button, guys. It's really going to take you a second to hit like, and I shall see you very soon in my next, and until later, bye.